We're going to fix damaged rollers on a Roomba. The roller here is not damaged, and this one you can see is just melted. There's the metal rod that's supposed to be in there. You can see how just floppy it is. If we take a look at the good one, you can see it's very stable. Use a soldering iron to plastic weld everything. Use the heat and just start pressing everything back together the way it should be. Melt the plastic, we'll make sure the pin is straight. Mix up some epoxy. We'll add it to the pin and build up the top. After the epoxy set, everything's really strong. Can't be any friction in there. Check the distance into the Roomba to verify that we've got enough space in there. Reduce friction anymore, I want to get a little bit more distance. That way I can add a metal washer in there so there's not as much friction. Go right up against that metal washer and not the plastic or epoxy. I'll add some more epoxy to really build up the strength. If I can, I want to make this better than it was factory. Place it in and then just let it run down over the washer. Let it run all the way down, all the way up. Stick that metal washer in there as good as I can. Roll to the bottom of the washer and then turn it back around. Let that blob roll all the way to the bottom for structure. Microscope eyeballs kind of help me with this. You can see it's really rolling down, so it's about time to flip it again. Turn it over and roll back. It's like 20-minute working time on the epoxy. I'll tell you why these rollers do heat up. The cap from the spinning side. Dirt and debris in there that causes friction. You got to keep all this junk out of there. You can see the stuff really builds up in there. It looks like when it's clean. On the other side of this, you can see it's supposed to be square, and it's not because there was so much friction, it just burned off the square. Square hole, and this is the round peg that unfortunately goes in there. Without this being square, it's not going to drive the roller. Need to rebuild this so it's square and make sure that we keep everything clean. Nut, put it on here, fill it with epoxy, then spin the nut off, then reshape the square. The plastic is perfectly clean. Alcohol, put a little bit of oil on the threads, that way it won't stick to the nut. Place it securely into this cup. Nut on, I don't want any of the oil to come in contact with the plastic. We'll place the epoxy in, just let it roll in. We'll let it roll in and just set. It's actually been working really good with one roller, but of course it's going to work better with the intended two. I'm sure you could buy new rollers, but what's the fun in that? While it's setting up, I might just make a square plastic shape. Nice little square shape. Put that on instead of that nut. If that nut stuck, it would be a shame. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this are going to say, well, that seals the deal. I'm just going to buy a new Roomba. Typically pick these up for about 15 bucks at the thrift store, and if I get a broken one, well, I use it for parts. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the rollers yet. So we have the rollers complete. We can go ahead and reinstall them into the Roomba. Now when I move one of them, you can see they both move real nice and smooth. Place the other roller in. The square peg fits into the square hole. When we move one brush, they both move. Back in business.